Hello, Internet. Today was kind of awesome. It was my last day of classes for the semester, and, yes. So, class, I did that. Then all we did was proofread our rough drafts for our final paper, which was fine, and my group that I was with for the Fairland project has taken solemn vows to meet for coffee at some point. Not that I'll drink coffee, because coffee is gross, and my one venture into drinking flavored coffee in the hopes that it wouldn't be disgusting. Keep in mind, it was called Neverland. It was still disgusting, so forget that. I'll have lemonade and just be far too hipster for them. And also I discovered that my English professor, who by the way is like the coolest professor ever, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but he's freaking awesome. I discovered that he reads graphic novels and comic books, and this pleases me. Not that I'm like that all up into graphic novels and comic books, but like, he mentioned that he's been all over DC Comics' latest thing, which, what is it? What are they doing? They're doing like reboots or something. I forget what it is specifically. He's been all up into that, and I'm just over here in my corner like, Batman. And then I did the internet. I updated my iPod again with more Christmas music, and also a lot of Queen songs from the aforementioned jam session. The Sherlock fandom was living in terror because there was a screening of a scandal in Belgravia today in London for like a select audience got to watch it early. It actually comes out in January. And so we were all just kind of freaking out, afraid of potential spoilers being posted to Tumblr and ruining our lives. And then, so there's a general weepiness about the Tumblr tag over people like being sad that they don't get to see the advanced screening and being sad that they had to live in terror of the Sherlock tag. And somebody made a comment about us crying so much and then relating it to onions. And within like 5 minutes, the Sherlock tag was nothing but posts about onions. We are the crackiest fandom in the history of crack fandoms. Like, it just turned into an hour of Sherlock onion blogging. I did dinner with Ramon and Steven. We went to Chipotle. And I ordered steak fajita tacos, and they brought out chicken fajita tacos, and I was like, that's not what I ordered. And they were like, okay, and took it away. And then, like, brought out Ramon and Steven's food or whatever. And then it took a really long time for me to get my actual order, and I got really afraid that they weren't going to feed me, but then I did, so, yay. And then we went to Fry's, so that Ramon could buy an absurd amount of hot dogs, which will be explained later, their specific purpose. But it's just wait. We went to Fry's, and while I was there, I was like, oh my god, I should buy Christmas cookies. And you know the kind of Christmas cookies, they're like the really cheap, lazy man's Christmas cookies, and they just like come in a tube. And they have like the one kind of not well done Christmassy image printed on them all the way through the tube, and you just like cut up the dough and cook it. Like, it'll be like Santa's face, or a reindeer, or Christmas. Like, you know what I'm talking about? These exist. These are a real thing. I'm not making them up. I'm not crazy. Fry's doesn't have them. Fry's is clearly an establishment that hates Christmas. And I was so depressed and deeply saddened not to have these in my life. So Ramon bought all of his hot dogs, and we came back to the dorm and lurked about in Ramon's room until 9:30. At which point, it was time for the Meatstick dance. In order for you to understand the true epicness of what we chose to do at 9:30, I have to kind of explain a bit how finals work in relation to dorms. So normally, quiet hours start at 10 o'clock and go until 10 o'clock the next morning. And that's quiet hours in the dorm, and you can't be obnoxiously loud because people are sleeping. On weekends, it's midnight to 10 the next day. In finals week, okay, today was the last day of classes, which makes it Dead Day Eve, because tomorrow, Thursday, is Dead Day, and then on Friday, finals start. And so, tonight at 10, finals week quiet hours started, and they won't end until after finals. Like, it is like quiet hours for the rest of time. And so at 9:30, we, and a large group of humans, I would say there were like maybe 20 of us, which, okay, isn't like a large group of humans in comparison to how many people live in Yuma. Well, okay, there's only 108 people in Yuma, and not all of us were probably here. So let's say that was roughly a fifth of Yuma's population. That's a big group. That's a big percentage. Anyway. Probably like 20 of us, met in the rec room, and we instructed them in the ways of the Meatstick dance. Now, I don't know what the actual title of the song is, but the Meatstick dance is for a Fish song. I don't know if you know who Fish is. They're a weird band. Ramon likes them. Moving on. One year for New Year's, Fish played a big show for one of the live screenings of the dropping of the New Year's ball. And they played the Meatstick dance song because it has a dance that goes with it. And they were meant to just do it on loop with the dance going until the countdown. But they timed it horribly, and so they had to do the chorus on loop for like a solid 15 minutes, and it's just ridiculous. And really funny. And so we instructed Jeremiah decided that what he wanted to do to ring in Dead Day and the Never-Ending Quiet Hours was, in the last 15 minutes leading up to Quiet Hours, to process through the halls of Yuma with as many people as possible, doing the Meatstick dance, and singing the words of the chorus as loudly as possible. And we would end outside of Yuma, screaming our heads off to get out all of that noise before we were not allowed to make noise again for the rest of the semester. And this was pulled off very well. Ramon made a ton of hot dogs, and we bribed people into joining us with free hot dogs. And in the video I'm about to post, because I have video of this, you'll see people doing the dance with hot dogs, aka the Meatsticks. Katie, my floor's RA, didn't realize something was happening until right before it started, so we didn't really have time to show her the dance. So I handed her my iPod and was like, please record this for posterity. And she was like, yes. And I just wish to bequeath this to you, so I shall.
Meatstick, take out the meatstick time. Whoa, shocks my brain. Whoa, shocks my brain. Time for the meatstick, bury the meatstick, take out the meatstick time. Whoa, shocks my brain. Whoa, shocks my brain. Time for the meatstick, bury the meatstick, take out the meatstick time. Whoa, shocks my brain. Whoa, shocks my brain. Time for the meatstick, bury the meatstick, take out the meatstick time. Whoa, shocks my brain. Whoa, shocks my brain. Time for the meatstick, bury the meatstick, take out the meatstick time. Whoa, shocks my brain. Whoa, shocks my brain. Time for the meatstick, bury the meatstick, take out the meatstick time. Whoa, shocks my brain. Whoa, shocks my brain. Time for the meatstick, bury the meatstick, take out the meatstick time. Whoa, shocks my brain. Whoa, shocks my brain. Time for the meatstick.
I just came out and just got into it.
Take out the meatstick time. Time for the meatstick, bury the meatstick, take out the meatstick. Whoa, shocks my brain. Whoa, shocks my brain. Whoa,
thank you.
Shocks my brain. Time for the meatstick, bury the meatstick, take out the meatstick time. Whoa, shocks my brain. Whoa, shocks my brain. Time for the meatstick, bury the meatstick time. Whoa, shocks my brain. Whoa, shocks my brain. Time for the meatstick, bury the meatstick, take out the meatstick time. Bridal shout. 1, 2, 3.
Isn't that just awesome? My dorm's cooler than everybody else's dorm, is what I'm saying. And so we've all returned to our rooms because we finished at like 9:56 or something. And it's now quiet hours for the rest of the time. and I did my last assignment, turned it in, and I'm going to go to bed after I edit this. Tomorrow is Thursday, and mine's gonna be cool. I don't know about yours. But have a lovely Thursday.